And continuing our journey,
Yeah,
Tim
boy.
is going to do some deep foraging. So, Tim, can you do me two things?
Yep.
One, I would like a perception check from you. And two, I would like a survival.
Perception 10, survival 16.
Interesting. So you're going. How deep are you going to try find just new life?
I what do I see and who is with me?
So you've got the lizard folk. They're going to be swimming. Is Alwyn going to be swimming as well?
He'd be
Foraging?
foraging. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
if he would be with Tim.
Not
But he would
necessarily.
be foraging.
I imagine you guys would sort of sprawl out and swim around and try to find fish and everything. So
Gruzeel will take a rod though. He'll take one of the rods during this downtime.
I mean, I think if whoever's not under the water are fishing as well
yeah,
with the rods we've got.
Could Tim?
You'll all be armed with harpoons, by the way. The people in the water.
Yeah. Could Tim attach Gruzeel's hook to his shell, like lodge it in there, so that I can do like 3 tugs if I need to be pulled up?
Mhm.
Well, he was looking.
Okay.
He's foraging for food, not you. But all right.
I've
got a big one.
Yeah. Tim knows that Gruzeel isn't going to catch anything else, and
Wow.
he really just wants to make him feel good.
Oh, savage.
So Tim's going to ignore everyone else and just go down as far as the line will allow.
Okay. Keep swimming, and swimming, and swimming. It's starting to get dark.
Do I see any of my companions?
They're very far away at this point. You
Do I
see
see-
above you, it's very light, but it's very dark. You're swimming
Oh,
past
it's
like
dark. I have a spell. I cast
Light.
light.
yourself.
Yeah.
So as you're on your shell.
I'm gonna cast it on the line.
Okay, cool. So you see around you these rocks and surfaces where things have been molded by time
I'm not in
water.
open water.
No, you. Well, you are in open water.
But I can see.
Oh no, I was. Yeah, you can see. Sorry. So you're going through. You're finding that there's this massive ruin,
Ooh.
a fortress almost on the side of this underwater mountain.
Wow. Okay. At this point,
Underwater mountain. How deep did this thing go? This flood, like the proper like.
Has anyone here
mountain.
played Subnautica?
There's mountains in the
Or nothing
Irish.
like that?
I suppose. Yeah, I suppose.
Mm.
Okay.
You still? Do you keep going?
sea level rising. He's gonna keep on descending closer to it, but he's gonna start tugging on the rope, on the line.
Gruzeel will pull it up then, as he feels the tugs. Reel it
So
in.
you're going to keep swimming, and you're going to start pulling up.
Yeah.
Well, you've just said
Yes.
tugging, so you've just said to
This-
tug.
This is
Feels
not.
the tug.
This is not a very efficient, method of communication, but it's what Tim's trying. All right.
Okay, so basically, Tim rolls strength, Gruzeel rolls strength.
Oh my god.
Why? Why?
Because you're going to start trying
No,
to
I
pull
know,
up,
I know,
and
I
he's
know.
gonna
It's
keep
like,
going
why
down.
did he pull it on the thing? Oh,
Yeah.
We've got a big one, Matt.
I know. 11.
That's a 17 from me.
Oh, you
Right.
might need some help.
Gruzeel, from your perspective, you just got a notification, like a little notifying message of like, okay, pull me up now. And now it's really hard to pull him up. Has he been eaten? Is he grabbed by something? Is he hooked? What's happened? Tim,
Can I see?
you're pulling against the line.
Can I see any of the lizard folk or Alwyn nearby?
Yes, I'm thinking about the light I'm casting on the line.
Yeah.
Would that illuminate the entire line? Because then
So
Alwyn
the
would
entire
see it.
line is illuminated up, but you are so far down now,
Ah.
it is very
Um,
hard for Gruzeel to see you.
We need to retcon. You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. So Tim
Okay.
himself is lit up, not the line.
Okay, so Gruzeel, what you see is like a small, bright dot, essentially in the water.
Yeah. Can
A
I
prank
see?
office.
Can I see any lizard folk or Alwyn or any other swimmers nearby still?
They're deeper. They're not as deep as Tim, but they are beneath the surface.
Can I call out to any of them? And Alwyn
Okay.
or Lizard folk? I don't know what their names are, but I assume
You
I have
call
names.
out. Alwyn and the lizard folk will hear like a muffled noise. I don't know what Alwyn would do.
Matt's gone for me.
Oh yeah, he's frozen.
So is that? Do you take control of Alwyn?
I'll just do it for now. Alwyn will come up. The lizard folk don't take any notice. They're just carrying on with what they're doing. Too busy like grabbing food and stuff. They're happy in what they're doing. But Alwyn comes up, sort of bops his head and looks at you questioningly.
I'll just tell him. I think Tim's in trouble. Can he go check? Follow the line down. Because he told me to pull him up, and I can't pull him up, so something must have got him, or it might be an issue of trouble.
Oi, I'll have a look.
So, Alwyn, you can see a white dot. Basically, he is very, very far down. From your perspective, you reckon he's gone down a good couple 100 feet now. Good thing you guys can breathe underwater.
That's why they're there.
So, Tim, are you still swimming down?
Yes, I'm swimming closer. I'm
Okay,
in
right.
trance.
Going down, you get to about another 40 odd feet.
Mm-hmm.
Hook stops. Lines out of reel.
Shit. What do I see?
You are a little bit closer. The ruin is there, and there are windows and a platform, and there is some toppled over building that's slammed further down the mountain, and there's definitely a way in.
Okay. I think Tim will pull on the line. As in, try to pull Gruzeel in.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Jesus.
He wants support.
Strength check, please.
Fucking hell, man. Alright. This is not good, you know. I've only got all +1 to strength.
You've
Can't
gotta
breathe
beat
underwater
21.
either.
No.
You've got to beat 21, I'm afraid.
14.
Yep.
Jeez.
So Gruzeel, you're like, ooh, and then you get pulled into the water. Almost the only thing you can do is hold onto this rod as you're pulled down really far into the water. You hold your breath. What's your concentration again?
Oh my god. +2.
Right, so you've got 3 minutes. You are going down really fast until you hit maybe. I mean, Tim, that was a really strong pull, so I'm going to say probably like. I reckon he's pulled you down to about 90 feet below the surface.
Shit.
How far's Alwyn in this as well?
Alwyn, you've already swum to about 110, 120 feet, and you just hear this splash and see further above you is Gruzeel.
Can I see Tim from where I am?
He's a bigger white blob,
Can I see? But I can see him.
just about, yeah.
Can I see that if he's in any danger?
He doesn't look like he's in an immense amount of danger. He looks like he's on his own.
If he
But
looks
Alwyn-
like
Alwyn
it's
be like, "Let
water
go
and
of
you're
the
not
line."
used to.
Alwyn would be like, let go of the line. Let go of the line.
Ooh! Ooh! Tim sort of fumbles to try and get the hook out of his shell.
I mean, Gruzeel will end up letting go and start swimming back up.
And Alwyn will continue to go down. I think Alwyn would take the rod and go down so that we don't lose the rod.
Smart.
Yes.
Okay. So Alwyn's got the rod. Alwyn, you eventually get.
Harpoon and rod in hand.
Cool.
So
You keep
Tim
going, Tim.
Yes, Tim would speak to Alwyn and gesture. I'm sorry, my friend. Obviously in Aquan. I'm sorry, my friend.
Does Alwyn know Aquan?
Maybe.
No, he's common and Elvis. You know.
Okay, then you're just hearing. Tim sort of explains the situation to him, and points to the ruin. How does that?
What are you playing at, you fool?
Hmm?
What are you playing at, you fool?
Is he like trying to mime it out underwater?
Yeah.
Can people with swim speed speak underwater? Or can it be only echoing?
It's you can shout underwater. It's just muffled,
Oh, okay.
but it's still there.
Yeah, that's fair. So we can probably still hear each other.
Yeah. You can,
Anyway.
you can make out what people are saying most of the
Yeah.
time.
Well, Tim would show off the ruins, the temple, the underground fortress, underwater fortress.
And trying to drag Gruzeel to its depths is going to help.
Yes, that was a mistake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. But we must investigate. There could be treasure in there, and we are pirates.
Yes, but not us too. That's ridiculous. Let us get at least the lizards.
Yes, we can fetch the captain.
She can't breathe underwater.
The wizard will have some dark, disgusting, filthy magics.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I think it's time to return to the surface. I don't think Tim would be brave enough to go in on his own.
Before you do, you feel a slender hand
Oh,
on
no.
your ankle.
Oh no.
And you feel this too, Alwyn.
They're dead.
Yeah.
GG.
Can you roll strength?
Gruzeel!
There's nothing he can do about it.
You left me, you bastard!
Drag me into water. Oh my god.
Just because you're green, he assumes you can swim.
Wow. That's not racist.
Whoa.
Strength.
Strength.
Was it not grapple? I suppose not.
I got a 15, Arthur. Wait,
I
was it
also
strength?
got a 15. Well, that's the same.
It's not a grapple. It's just raw strength at this point, because this is the strength of them swimming up against the weight more than anything.
Oh, so it's
not
already
so much.
So it's already got them, kind of thing.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
Arthur,
already got them.
do I have time to withdraw into my shell?
No, this took you by surprise. You would have
Okay.
been
How would
grabbed before
wouldn't
that.
you just
15 then.
think quicker if you fell into your shell?
You wouldn't even
He's
fight
like-
against it.
It's like Squirtle and he'll spin. And...
Yeah.
Okay, so you're keeping yourself in your current position, and you look down to see there is a humanoid, fleshy
Oh my god.
hand with a very skinny arm hanging from you. It's almost like a zombie with barnacles extending over its shoulder, wrapped around and across its face, that wears a mask.
Oh.
And it reaches its other hand on you, and it just looks up.
Alwyn casts Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what it is.
Call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you to a distance of 15 feet for the duration. It's a 10-minute concentration spell. Their spectral form appears angelic or fey. These will be like little lightning methods
Cool.
because of flow sticks or positic. Oh, I can't remember whatever her
Positic,
pronunciation is. Her because he's a cleric of her. So
Yeah, cool. Okay, so they start flying around. When that's happening, both
Arthur,
of
I
these
have a
cre-
spell to do as well.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead.
I'm just going to cast Word of Radiance. You need to do a Constitution saving throw and beat 13.
One passes, one fails. The one that's grabbing
Tim-
you failed. The one that's
Tim's
grabbing Alwyn
a
doesn't.
friendly creature, so he's not going to be affected in the 15 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. 5 feet. Yeah, range is 5 feet. Sorry. 6 damage.
Damage.
They make a wisdom saving throw if they're within 15 feet and enter it for the first time, or starts its turn there.
Oh, no. Okay.
And I'm good, so it's 3d8 radiant.
Okay, let me just do this.
What, does it do more damage if you're based on your alignment?
It's different, so it's radiant if I'm good or neutral, or necrotic if I'm evil.
Got you.
That's fun.
Sorry, so the damage for
Oh, I got radiant
Tim's
damage as well.
was 6, yeah?
6 radiant, yeah.
6 radiant. Right, cool. And
They have to make the DC 13 Wisdom saving throw within the Spirit Guardian.
right, so Sim's one passes and yours failed.
So the one that passes takes 9 halved, and the other one takes 9 total
Or
of radiant
Half.
damage.
of radiant damage, yeah. And the other one is what? Sorry.
9.
No, yeah, 9 total. Sorry.
Yeah, 9 total.
Okay. As they cling to you, you see them reach out towards the rock next to them. And what you didn't notice before
Oh god.
is a rusted chain. And they just tug it.
Oh.
Can you both roll strength again with disadvantage as a rusted anchor comes out of the rock next to you and begins to fall from the bottom as you look at their feet, their shackled legs.
Free them, man. That'd be an awesome addition to our crew.
I got in that
Wait.
one.
But like, but wait, they're zombie-like, so they're not going to be good to add to our crew.
Why
They're
not?
gonna
Well,
try and
I don't
kill
know.
us.
I don't
No,
know.
not
But if we can
necessarily.
talk to the dead,
Not necessarily.
Tim's grave domain.
Yeah, yeah. You know, they may be good still. Just because they're undead, that's just being racist. They're thinking all undead are
Mhm.
evil.
Well,
I
we'll
really
find out. I got a 3 on my strength, so we're both
Oh,
going to
dear.
go down.
Oh, we're both fucked.
GG.
But
I
Gruzeel
mean,
tore.
it's a good
Gruzeel
thing Alan's
tore.
back up.
No, he didn't.
Gruzeel
He was
tore them.
no, because as soon as he had let go, he would be focusing on getting up before he
Yeah,
he suffocates.
yeah, but you saw that we were down there.
Yeah, I saw that you're down there, but as
No.
far as I know, you're fine.
That's true. Gruzeel didn't see us in distress.
No.
Yeah, that is true. We're fucked.
You are.
You begin
Close.
to sink with great speed.
You can breathe underwater though, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
In
just
that sense,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
too bad.
Yes.
eventually getting free.
These fleshed, barnacle-covered arms wrap around your legs. The other one rips its mask off its face. You can see parts of its flesh stuck to it,
Oh,
peel off. And as it
That's
rips
nasty.
it off, I
Fuck
need
that.
you both to do a wisdom saving throw.
nasty.
I got 19.
22.
Wow.
So you
19
look at
after.
this. You look at this face, and it's horrible. But you maintain your focus. You just need to get out of here. You're not going to get distracted by such a terribly horrifying face.
You've seen worse.
It sees there is no proper reaction it was looking for, and the mask sticks back on its face as it goes and sinks down continuously. You are approaching fortress. The
Shit.
anchor seems to be going towards the platform
I can't be good.
Do
as
we?
it's sinking down.
Can you? Are we able to pick out any more details about the fortress?
As you're getting closer to it, you see that this platform is very spherical in shape. It's a circular platform that is embedded into this large building that kind of like comes out of the mountain more than it's built on top of it. It's almost like someone built surface upon surface. So this rock mountain face, as it climbs up, someone's taken the rock and built something into it rather than just sticking something on top. Circular platform, by the way, has multiple rings. So you've got the main platform, then inside it you can see a different stone pattern centrally, and then as it gets closer, a smaller one, and then the center.
Starboard.
Arwen casts Guiding Bolt on the chain
Okay,
of the anchor.
okay, roll an attack roll.
Also, so is the anchor attached to us? Is the chain wrapped around Tim's leg?
No, the chain is on, so it's attached, it's shackled to the legs of these undead
The
beings.
zombies that are grabbing us.
18.
18.
Yeah.
Just miss.
On a
So,
chain!
It's moving.
On a
Chain's not
chain.
going anywhere.
so it's the zombies that are grabbing us, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Anchors on
Can-
them on you.
Yeah. If I were to try and withdraw into my shell now, could I just withdraw my legs into my shell?
If you try withdraw into your shell, your
Just my
leg
leg.
comes up, but it gets stuck as the hole can't fit in the arms of the zombie at the same time.
Hmm. What if I try to force it and break the zombie's arms off?
Roll strength.
That's a 6.
Then no. You continue to sink, sinking below the depths. The one holding onto your leg, Alwyn, is still in the. Is it still in the spirit? Because the spirit guardians are around you. It's not
Yeah.
where it was before, is it?
It's centered on me, so both of them would. They're both within 15 feet.
So
would
both
still
of them have to
continue
roll.
get
Do they roll the deck save again?
Yeah, yes. Every time it's the start of their turn.
Sorry, is it deck save or what is it?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Oh, that's good. They wouldn't make wisdom. Okay, that one passes. That one. Okay, so how much damage do they take?
19 is the what I
19.
rolled. So if they saved half of that.
So 10 for. Oh no, they one pass. So the one on you passed. So that one on Tim failed. So he'll take the.
I mean, do they seem malicious about it? What is the I suppose you can't see their face, can you?
I mean, the issue is with what we've got is that these people, whoever they are, they're trying to get us against our will. So it's like anything we can do to just avoid them, to get out of them.
I know that Tim wouldn't recognize the stonework or architecture whatsoever, but my Alwyn, I assume he's quite old.
Middle-aged.
Middle-aged.
Alwyn recognizes this as ruins.
Spirits.
But it looks like it was a very important, possibly building from the old world.
Cool.
Is it similar to I can't remember what the hometown you said Owen was from, but is it similar to that?
So
That was all underwater.
your hometown was built in the water. Some ruins are around it, but that was built modernly almost compared to this.
Okay.
This is from the old world. No one's built this from your race or race. This is an old place.
Remember, you've still got your harpoons as well. You can always
I could do
stabbing
more
them.
damage with magic. So.
Oh, that's fair.
I should probably be using the harpoon, to be honest.
To be fair, once the Spirit Guardians is active, then although I used Guiding Bolt last time on his last turn.
So Tim,
Seems to be no turn order going on. So
it's because it's literally them and them, just sort of doing it.
Mhm.
They get a turn. They get a turn. They get a turn. They get a turn.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Tim, he goes to stab you with his dagger and hits your shell while grabbing on. It looks like he's trying to plant the dagger in to get more of a grip on you to pull you down.
Definitely malicious then.
No chance, bucko!
Alwyn, your one does the exact same thing. He hits you, however, for... That's terrible. So 4 piercing damage and 12 poison damage. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
I've got to do a concentration save as well with this.
It's only 12, so it'll be DC 10.
Well, it's plus the 4, isn't it? So.
Yeah, it's all the.
No. So there'll be 2 separate attacks. 2 separate damages, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but it's one attack. So
Oh no, it's one attack. You're right. So it'll be 12, 4, so 6. It's still below 10, so 10 base.
Would you have concentration?
Constitution.
Constitution is your saving throw against
Okay,
poison.
14 total.
So that's your concentration or your
My
constitution?
concentration.
And your constitution?
Constitution. A natural 20.
A natural 20.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Trust me, good. And you continue to sail down. What do you guys do?
I would like to cast Warding Bond on Alwyn. Sorry, I've just remembered I have spells. So this, while the target is within 60 feet of you for an hour, it gains a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws and has resistance to all damage. Also, each time it takes damage, you take the same amount of damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
In it together.
So I'm protecting Alwyn with like a dark shrouded shield.
Gruzeel,
hmm
by this point, you will be near the surface.
I think the problem is because he doesn't know any of that's happening at this point. All he's focusing on is getting up and out of the water before he suffocates. So he wouldn't be looking back.
Okay.
That's fair. We've got a handle on this.
So,
Yeah, I mean, we could do enough damage to this, guys.
Alvin, what are you doing?
He's gonna guiding bolt.
I was going to say, is your radiance is still up, isn't it?
Yes.
Checking. And it's when they start their turn, isn't it?
Start of the turn in the aura.
Okay, you guiding bolt. What are you
Guiding
guiding
bolt.
bolting?
The one holding Tim.
One holding Tim. Okay.
That's a 14.
14. That's a hit.
Nice.
46 radiant damage.
Yep, go ahead.
11, 12, 16 radiant damage.
Yep.
This isn't good. Do they look? Oh, they're just slothing off, aren't they? Those.
Well, it's hard to tell because you're underwater and there are zombified beings, so you're not sure where there are holes that are new or old or what. They're just kind of wrecked humanoid beings. You are getting even closer to the platform to the point where the anchor itself has slammed into the platform. It is about 30 feet below you.
Not good.
But your terminal velocity is the same. Now,
I don't have an action, do I?
not just yet. So they both fail the wisdom saving throw. So put your damage on the spirit guardian.
3d8. 16.
16.
16 radiant.
That's pretty much your only hope at this point is to kill them,
Yeah.
basically.
I like Spirit Guardians as a spell.
It's a very good
Yeah, it's a good
very
spell.
good spell.
I like the dynamic of 2 clerics actually.
Mm.
So as you
These are only priest spells as well. I mean, imagine if I actually pick them.
so get another stab. Each one tries to stab, basically. What's the priest's AC?
Now it's 14 because of Tim's thing.
Okay, that's fine.
It was
So
13, it's now 14.
that's a hit on you. Tim again misses, hitting your shell.
Excellent.
So now resistance to this damage, right?
Yeah, so that's 6 piercing
Resistant to all
damage.
damage.
Oh, as it's all damage, I'll just give you the total, shall I? Well,
Yeah.
actually, 6 piercing. And it's 5 poison, so it's just
Just 5.
5.
just 5. And can you make a Constitution saving throw again, please?
Constitution.
And concentration of DC 10.
So Constitution is another a natural 20. Concentration is a 15.
Cool. Yep, you're fine. You're getting closer and closer to that platform. What do you guys want to do with your turn?
I'm gonna go for the harpoon. Harpoon in the head of the one that's grabbing me.
Okay, go for a head. Roll for attack.
That is 21.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Excellent. What's my damage? 1d8 if I'm using 2 hands?
It's basically a spear. Spear's 1d8. So 200,
Uh,
isn't it?
That is 9 damage.
Spear
Yeah.
is.
How do you want to do that?
Spear's 1d6.
Yeah, just straight through the head, both hands.
Damn you!
So it's gripping onto you. Its knife is still like lingering on your shell. You stab through the head and the body, and it just kind of
Yes.
like you feel the grip sort of release and then harden. As something that's just died and is cold, and then it just continues moving with you because of the force of the chain. But it's solidified and
Beardman, grab onto me! Grab my shell!
I want a guiding bolt go on me now then, because
Good.
it's a 17,
the hit.
and that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12.
12 damage.
12 radiant damage.
12 radiant damage. Still going. Still got a hold of you. Very tightly gripped. And that turn, they have to do the saving throw. Gruzeel, you are officially on deck.
Sweet.
They have not come up yet. And you can barely see Tim's light now.
It's 13. Whatever he does, if he succeeds or fails it.
Kills, so that's that. We're going.
I think Gruzeel will just be drying himself off. Like I honestly don't like. Again, with Alwyn there, and he just assumes they're just foraging or doing whatever they.
They're coming back up anyway, don't you worry.
Okay,
I don't think he'd.
So what this guy's gonna do is attack you with the dagger. Miss with both, but then he lets go of you. And then he
That can't only
Ba-
mean a bad thing.
he lets go of you right near the platform and basically disengages back to the separate side of the platform. On this platform where you have now landed, thanks to your continued velocity in that direction, you look to the entrance towards the platform. There are more
Oh
of
god.
these creatures.
How many?
Too many to count.
Oh my
Shit.
god.
This is the drowned.
Some
like,
carrying swords. They're all hindered and they're looking at you.
Oh, where
start
do we have to run?
This is basically
walking.
like our since we're bottoming out, we can use our like a force to basically propel ourselves up.
Yes. We just
the
spring
bottom out.
upwards with our legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim grabs onto Alwyn and springs off the platform as hard as he can.
Yeah, Alan will do the same.
Okay.
Doing synchronized bottom out, squat and up.
Now, are you disengaging or dashing?
Disengaging.
Disengaged from me, and is he far enough away? Actually, he would.
He
He
disengaged from you,
disengaged.
so no
he
one's in your
disengaged.
range.
How?
Yeah, he disengaged from you.
And is he far enough away to be out of the
We need
spirit
to-
guardians?
Yes.
Okay, then no one's near us enough, so we don't have to disengage. We can just dash.
Unless they've
I dunno.
ranged. Unless they've got
Unless
range.
they have range.
That's your
Yeah.
question.
Or unless they're faster than us. So I'm going to disengage.
I ask you again, are you disengaging or are you
I'm
not?
disengaging.
I'll do the same as Tim because we've got to. Alan wouldn't like leave a man behind, kind of thing, or crew member behind. So we'll do it in synchronization. Down.
So
squat,
instead
up,
of-
disengage.
Yeah, instead of down squat up, it's like a down squat backflip off the platform, and then we go up.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
man.
tempted to ask
Synchronized.
for an acrobatics, but I'll leave it. That can happen. You have a swim speed, it's fine.
Synchronized badassery from the two of them.
Okay, so you go ahead and do that. You begin ascending.
Would that buoyancy aid to our speed?
Tim isn't buoyant.
No,
I mean,
not at
there-
this depth.
I mean, there is a general upthrust, isn't there, of
Yeah,
But you,
yeah.
you've had an up thrust. You have a swim speed. You're doing your full 30 feet, but you're disengaging, so you haven't dashed.
Mm.
So
But Tim's buoyancy is offset by his shell.
Man, if those guys all dash to you, that is
Yeah.
How far away are they then? Are they further than us? Or...
they're at the entrance to this platform. They
Which
are walking
is-
on the platform towards you. It's about 20, 25 feet away.
Fucking hell, Tim! Why'd you have to get so close?
No. I cut myself free.
Yeah, that's true. He could leave you.
Yeah.
We're both together now.
You're both together now. I mean, he could like
I mean, I think even the
use your
momentum
body
of,
as a
like,
springboard and like shoot himself up.
Just jump off the
Yeah,
boat.
you've
I've got a fishing rod. I can just underwater hook him again.
Okay.
Oh,
You are
man.
both hit by crossbow bolts.
Shit.
They disengage. Oh, I suppose it's just normal. Yeah.
You got the other ones as
It's their
well.
turn.
Yeah.
Well, disengage is removing opportunity attacks from all actions.
Yeah. That's what I thought this was, but that's fine.
This is just their turn.
Just normal turning. Yeah.
So that's 5 damage for the piercing for both of you,
Fine.
and 4 damage,
That's hard for
poison.
Matt, right?
and that's half.
Yeah.
for-
So what was
Got
it
a
5
half
plus 4?
So
it's
5
9.
and 4. So you've
So
only
it's 4.
taken 4, and that's the full
I was on
9 for
2.
you. Tim, can you do a
I was-
Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, I need
Yes.
to do concentration as well.
Yes.
15.
And you'll need to do a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 3 from me.
A 3.
Yep.
Right, we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh no, paralyzed or something.
10 on my
He's entranced.
Constitution.
Sorry, 10 on what?
Constitution.
On your Constitution as well. Right? Okay. Before you carry on, one final tendril coming out from the crowd. You can't quite make out what it comes from. Attempts to hit you. It misses as it thwacks underneath your feet as you're swimming away. None of them seem to follow you.
Thank God.
It's almost like they can't swim. You begin to ascend to the surface. Both of you, though, I need you to roll a 1d4.
It's a pressure check or something. So I got a 3.
Ooh, depressurization. 1.
No, you both have a swim speed, so your bone structure and everything is prepared for deep swimming.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I got a
But
3.
people without a swim speed might have had something, but no, you're all right. So you got 3.
3.
I got 1.
Right. I'll talk to you in an hour. And I'll talk to you in 3 hours.
Oh no.
Right. So you get to the surface, you get back to the ship.
Oh,
Everything's
okay.
fine.
I thought
Alan will.
we
kill
were
wounds
falling
himself.
unconscious and just dropping.
Shit.
Alwyn will cure wounds himself. He's got plenty of self spots to get to a healthy level.
Do we get back onto deck?
You do. Okay.
For what it's worth, by the sound of it.
Right. Tim,
Yeah.
go back to
What the
your.
hell was that?
You go back to your infirmary eventually.
I
Can
think
we
we'll
explain?
tell everyone
I was
first.
going to
I
say,
think we I think we would explain first.
Okay, you talk about what you found for a second. I'm going to read up on this.
Zombies! They're coming! The legions! The drowned legion! They come for us!
Sail immediately, Captain. It's
No! We must go down!
Did you not see what was there?
I don't think we
No,
should
you-
fight a legion somehow.
Tim, we can't all
All
breathe
of us-
like you underwater.
We fought worse!
Not really.
You lie, wizard, you lie!
I mean,
Well,
Captain,
we can't
please
breathe
don't listen.
underwater.
Captain, please don't listen to him.
how are we with the repairs?
Oh, I haven't rolled anything for repairs.
See,
You don't need.
I
we're
would have just been.
stranded here. We're stranded, and you just want to leave them down there. You're insane. You're all insane.
And Tim runs down to his infirmary.
Brilliant, good timing, Tim.
Wow.
Can you reduce your Constitution and Charisma score? Your
Shit.
Constitution goes down by 1. Your Constitution goes down by 4.
Is that by score or mod?
It would be score.
That is the score.
Score. Okay.
So sorry, 4 minus 4 Constitution.
So basically, take 4 off your 4 off your Charisma. Sorry.
Yeah.
And that's the score, not the modifier. And then 1 off your Constitution.
Okay, that's not so bad.
You feel hot and sweaty. You're getting a fever, tingling in your very bones. You are now vulnerable to radiant damage,
Oh
Oh
no.
shit.
Gets worse.
and you also can breathe underwater, though that doesn't really help you.
Yes.
Extra gills.
How do I feel about it? Does it
Oh no,
wake
you're hot. You're sick. You have a fever. You are uncomfortable.
Okay. Tim just starts like throwing up uncontrollably around the med bay.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
Just like almost just an endless torrent of water. He's just like water gunning.
Where's
all over the
Alwyn
walls.
going to go after a couple more hours?
He would probably try and return to his normal duties of being on the helm or
Okay, at the
helping to
helm.
navigate.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. So your Constitution.
Well,
goes-
actually, do we actually go up and sail away?
Oh, you're still repairing the ship.
Yeah, I think Tim would go to Kethra
How much
for
longer?
the first opportunity.
How much longer do we have?
You basically will spend the day foraging and repairing the ship.
What, even
Essentially.
after Tim and I come up and say,
Well, that's down to the
Gotta
captain.
get out of
Well,
here.
the lizard folk are still foraging.
Yeah, so it's down to the captains, but basically.
So it's down to the captain if you cut the foraging short or if you.
she does not.
Okay.
It's not. Right,
Well,
foraging
if-
continues.
I rolled a charisma thing and she doesn't believe him enough to do so.
Okay.
What we'll probably do then is say to the lizard folk, because they're the ones still foraging, keep an eye out for a legion of some kind, and if you see
We're not
anything coming
drowned.
towards a ship, then
So
we'll bolt.
did Kethra not think that it was worth investigating?
Kethra would be like, okay, just don't go deep then. would be her
Okay.
like kind of response, and we'll get out of here once we're done.
I think so. Tim still wants to investigate. I think he would approach Gruzeel first.
Tim, you have a
Alwyn, no
fever,
shame.
a high fever.
I know.
Just making you aware.
I know. Tim's like sweating and clearly panicking.
Tim, you
he's
look
like-
like shit.
He's like foaming at the mouth. And
Like,
sort of.
I hope that doesn't that's not contagious.
No, you don't understand. It's we have to go back down there.
I don't really think you're in a condition to like go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm a medical professional.
I know.
You don't say anything about my condition.
I mean, I'm not a medical professional, but like,
There is work that needs to be done.
why
Gruzeel,
don't you take
Gruzeel.
why don't you lie down for a bit and then we'll go. I mean, we've got the lizard folk investigating and keeping a lookout.
May I state, Gruzeel,
Mm.
when Tim comes to you, blue oils have begun to coat his face, and they reach round down his neck, and some are even capped on top of his shell.
What even is this?
Dude, you need to take him to Umbra. Umbra can help.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, I can cast this a restoration.
I can cast Lesser Restoration as well.
I mean, you probably should do something.
I think you should go to Umbra.
I mean, that's
Guys, it's
We're cursed with something. That's
I don't know.
Maybe
It's a-
I'll
it's
try
a-
it. Maybe
it
I'll
sounds-
try. I
it
can try
sounds-
this
it
rest
sounds
day.
more like
I
a-
will say now, it is not a curse.
It sounds more like a disease than it does a curse. But
I think
You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition affecting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. So I will give that a try using my last second level spell slot.
Want to use your last second level cell slot right now?
Yep. I just
Okay.
have.
Right, so
Look, I'm fine, see? I mean, if
Tim.
you're fine, you wouldn't need to use that, but okay.
the oils begin to sink and shrivel on your face until suddenly your skin feels normal again. The fever goes. Your scores, your stat scores are back up to regular. You don't feel as queasy, especially not in the sun now.
nice.
I feel great, see? I said I was a medical professional. Now, are you with me or are you not?
I mean, I can't swim like that far down.
Yes, I was thinking about this, and perhaps it's time for that filthy urchin bird to earn his
Oh my-
Perhaps he could cook up one of his concoctions.
Is it really a good idea to be drinking stuff from Umbra?
Is it really a good idea to allow the dead to rise from beneath us and kill us in our sleep?
It's a fair point.
I mean, okay, it's not really me that you have to persuade, it's the captain. I mean,
The captain is
you know,
blinder than you.
I know, I agree with
Wow.
you, Tim. I agree with you, Tim.
Blind,
We shouldn't
Tim.
probably be here. We should probably move another safe distance, and then resume. Do what we're doing now, but like an hour or two over there. But captain's
Blind,
captain's
Tim.
order. You know.
you speak out of turn.
Not in front of her. Not in front of her. Not to her face.
Oh, if you're on top deck, then she's there.
I think they're in Gruzeel's room, right? Or
Where would Gruzeel be?
Well,
Gruzeel,
the thing is,
Gruzeel as a quartermaster would
I
probably
mean,
be on top
Alwyn.
deck.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And Alwyn probably would
Yeah.
have returned the rod, so he would continue fishing.
so would Kethra here?
Roll perception. But I mean, their passive's 14.
Just 14. So,
So
if
the question
anything,
is-
roll stealth.
I mean, if
No,
individu-
Tim's making no effort to disguise his
Oh,
voice.
Okay, yeah,
I
then
think-
yeah,
then
100%, 100% you hear this.
Okay. Tim, you speak out of turn. Lion?
You act out of turn.
Well,
With all
Okay.
due respect, we'll be dead by morning if we stay here. They had
not-
this insane device. It was long, and then it came out like this, like a
Like an anchor.
what?
An anchor.
What's that?
It's the thing on the side of the ship that's currently down there. Stopping
Oh
us from moving.
God!
The thing we're using to stay where we are, Tim.
We must cut it off. They
Ah.
can climb it. They can climb it. I saw them.
Tim, we're staying here until we're done foraging, then we'll be on our way by this evening.
I'll be
Once the
in
light
there.
goes, we'll be gone.
Tim goes down.
he jumps off the boat ship.
No.
Oh,
No.
I thought we meant.
Down to
He
the
goes to the
infirmary.
I mean, to
He
be
goes
fair,
down.
what if you're saying that it would have affected Alwyn 3 hours in? That means 3 hours at least have passed, and we've not heard or
Well,
seen anything.
no, Alf hasn't said what's affected Alwyn yet, so.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
So it's within at least the hour. At least an hour has passed.
At least an hour, yeah. And we've not heard anything from the lizard folk. And
I
assuming
mean, is
we...
Alwyn going back to swimming?
No, he would try and. I mean, even though Kethra didn't agree, and she's saying, "Oh, carry on," Alwyn won't go back on the water. He'll like try and prepare, like at least what he can do as a helmsman to get the ship ready to
Ship
go.
ready.
as soon as it's
ready to go, yeah, ready to go, like kind of thing, yeah.
When you finish your checks and around, you've got the compass laid out, everything's prepared for sailing the course. Suddenly, Alwyn feels hot, sweaty. If you could remove 3 points from his constitution and 3 points from his charisma,
Damn.
Scrolls.
Protected, man.
Wow.
He is now vulnerable to radiant damage.
Ooh, Tim, you got to get Umbra on the case, man.
I mean, or you could just use lesser restoration if you've got it.
Nah,
I mean,
this
he
is
can,
serious
he'll do it.
crisis.
I mean,
Does he have it?
He does, yeah.
You can use it.
He'll have the wave come over him, being like, bomb over the side of over the edge of the ship, and then like cast it on himself, being like,
Can we RP that we're just vomiting black sludge
Oh my god.
profusely? Hello. Becky's here, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Um,
Good morning.
So, I did say that Tim went below deck. He is going straight down to the morgue.
Oh,
Okay. So wait.
That's
So
desperate.
Alwyn is using lesser restoration on himself.
Mhm.
After vomiting.
yeah, he'll vomit and then be like, shit, doesn't feel good. Less restoration, because I mean,
That's a swap.
he's not the surgeon, but he'll still do it.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, from healing
line.
himself, he's probably got a 3rd level slot left and 1 2nd level.
Just make sure to keep track of that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, you feel better suddenly. You can give your score points back now.
I never
The
took it
fever
away
goes.
because I knew what I was gonna do.
Mm.
It's hard to do on a pre-made sheet.
So do you stay in this spot to finish repairing the ship?
So Kethra's decided, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as we're ready, like everything's prepared and the foraging's done, we'll go.
Yeah, but what I think what Gruzeel would do is prepare the crew for the eventuality that we get boarded or attacked or whatever. So he'll want someone like ready, basically people ready to go. So someone ready to raise the anchor, ready to lower the sails and what have you, so we can go if we need to. Because if they start boarding, it's a good idea to then start moving so that less of them can get on. If that makes sense. That's what Gruzeel's plan is. Because despite Kethra saying she wants to stay, Gruzeel doesn't agree as such, but can't do anything, so he'll prepare the crew.
Okay.
And probably
Right.
put he'll probably get the weapons out of the armory as well and place them on the deck that everyone can get to. So if necessary, so he'll plant them on like where the mast is, for example, so that if the deckhands need to arm themselves, they can do so without having to run to the armory.
How much time does Tim have to convince Umbra? How much time do we have before the boat starts moving?
Good few hours.
Good few hours.
Mm.
Excellent.
Well, so it's been 3 hours. So how long were we foraging before Tim went down? And then how long is it? So it's been like what 3 hours since we've gone back up.
Tim said he was searching for stuff pretty much immediately, so you only just started foraging.
So say half a day.
Yeah,
of foraging
pretty much.
was done so far?
Basically, you're at about half a day. You've got the rest of the day to finish repairs and foraging.
So what, 3 o'clock-ish? We're looking at?
Like 4 or 5.
Okay. Late afternoon then.
Alarias,
Mm-hmm.
you and Dow would get to work on like the vessel.
Yep.
The repairs aren't too bad, but what you're gleaming from this experience is how much Dowwood loves carpentry and ships to
He loves
almost
wood.
a creepy extent. He loves wood.
Yeah, this guy's fucked.
He was caressing the mast, wasn't he? So.
Mm. And you're sort of quite comfortable if you want to do something else, he can pretty much handle it himself.
Okay, I'll go to him and say I appreciate your craftsmanship. It's very good. Compliment him on it. And I'll let him kind of finish it off for the rest of the day. And I'll start doing kind of walk around the ship.
Right. So just before you continue, when you weigh anchor, when you hoist the anchor, hoist the colours, make sail, da-da-da, where is everybody?
I'm in the morgue.
I would be on deck. Should we move to the ship thing, the midship map, so he can put his position?
Yes, we should. Sorry, something else out.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. What?
Alright.
Everybody
get
can
your own
kindly
camera,
move
Dom.
their positions on the deck.
My big tummy.
Deary me. Right.
You know what's great is I never need to move Umbra when you say that. I just leave him.
Exactly. Yeah.
I never think of
Is
Umbra
this
when
we're
I say that.
about to go?
This is when you're about
So this-
to go.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Gruzeel will be on deck to instruct deckhands. 'Cause that's what he does.
Haiss, could you
Yep.
describe the brig to me, please?
The brig.
Morgue. Describe the morgue.
What
The brig is very
Tim
much
hasn't-
a
Tim
regular
hasn't seen the
wooden.
brig.
Okay, so the brig is just a wooden cage in the center of the deck, and it's got some barrels around it. There's the storeroom further, and you can peer into the morgue. An open door and Umbra's whispered cackling.
Can I touch the doorknob, please?
Go on, Arthur. Do your thing.
But would he be allowed to do that though?
We
Wait,
welcome
wait.
donations.
Was he allowed that though? I don't think that was one of the concessions he was allowed again.
Whether you allowed it or not, I'm pretty sure he's done it.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll put it back up. No one comes down here anyway. So.
Oh, how I've missed that voice.
Tim steps through the door and he's got sort of bags under his eyes. His whole face looks sunken. He touches the doorknob again as he closes it behind him.
Oh my God. I think he
Arthur,
We welcome donations.
Okay, so
I hate you.
you have come to the morgue. It's a sort of dim, flickering light, which Umbra has deliberately made his light flicker on and off, and he hasn't turned up to full brightness, so it's kind of like in a half gloom. There's several like workbenches and like equipment strewn about. They're all crafted from bones, because he hasn't got any metal ones, so he's had to make them all from bone. You'll see the dude who I described before strapped in the chair, but he's been partially disassembled from the upper body down. So
Partially
Umber's basically been doing a kind of vivisection of him and just removing bits as he goes down. So you'll kind of see his lower body's mostly intact, but his upper
God.
body's like an open sort of mess at the moment.
Oh.
There's several barrels, I guess, with all the specimens in them, some jars with like eyeballs and stuff floating around, which Umbra's been separating out from this corpse. And you'll see Umbra in the middle of it, and he's kind of just standing in like a shadowy corner of the room. He's faced away from you, and as he turns back, he's kind of like fiddling with his mask. And he turns back to you and he says,
Ah, Tim. It's been a while since you've come down here. Yes, I don't often have the need to,
No. We've had our
enlist the
differences
help
in
of
past, haven't we?
vermin.
sorry.
We've had our differences in the past, Tim, but I don't want that to affect our future relationship.
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
Yes, no. Allow me to apologize most genuinely for any harm I may have caused you in the past. It was not my intention.
I would forgive you, but I don't believe you're capable of being genuine.
So
Ah.
You fiend!
Tim, when you're looking at Umbra now, though his clothes really mask a lot of it, his feet, there are no longer talons poking out from
Oh.
the skirt, and need a reminder with the token. I'm pretty sure this is correct though. And his arms. Oh well, good question. Umbra, would you have covered up at all?
I'll say he's
Or
wearing
just-
like a full like surgical gown type thing,
Okay,
like a black one.
Where do you got
yeah.
this from?
I'll allow it. Fine.
It just appears to be things.
So
Suppose you got a bag of holding, haven't you? You can have anything in there.
his neck and his head, his hair now looks white.
I didn't know he had hair.
That's the point, I think.
And his clawed feet are no longer peering out from the bottom of his gown. His hands are covered in gloves, but it seems he has 5 fingers.
Good God, you filthy creature! It's no wonder you won't let me examine you. What you've done to yourself.
Ah, this
You repulse me more than ever.
is nothing. Think nothing of it.
Well, we're not here to talk about your hideous form. We're here to talk about the one thing that we might have in common.
Ah, the the gift of life. What do you have in mind,
Yes.
Tim?
As we discussed. Now, as you might remember, we spoke about my dream.
Ah, yes, I remember.
That everyone gets a second chance at life, even if they are dead already.
Especially if they are dead.
Yes.
A glorious dream.
Very recently, I don't know if you heard, but me and the new man, we got into a worrying situation.
I haven't heard. I don't get many visitors down here in the morgue.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
It's disgusting down here.
My God.
I am simply a student of the dark arts.
Wow.
Oh no.
Edgelord 3000.
Like you, Tim, I too have a dream. But unlike you, I won't let something stand in the way of it.
Yes.
Men of passion
Perhaps-
are often misunderstood in history.
My God.
Sorry. What Tim proposes,
Mhm.
just to speed things up. He wants to try and, like in Game of Thrones, capture a zombie. Not necessarily to show everyone how dangerous it is, but more so that Umbra and him might be able to examine it and possibly gain
Ah,
from it, especially considering, right,
hmm,
I could breathe underwater while I was infected by those things.
okay.
And not being able to breathe underwater is a big problem, especially from a medical standpoint.
Hmm.
We're at sea. So it would be incredibly valuable to have, as you would call it, a specimen.
Alright, Umbra's definitely down. He's going to extend a gloved hand and say,
Perhaps after this, you'll have some measure of trust restored in me, Tim.
Tim looks at your hand with disgust.
You have to shake my hand, Tim.
Oh yes, I'm sure you'd like a little kiss from my mouth, and wouldn't you? I won't fall for your tricks again.
Shake the hand, Tim.
No.
Shake it.
he's going to
No!
go closer.
So I don't know if we're going to do it now, but we need to capture a zombie. I don't know if you have a plan.
Umbra will suggest we go now.
Of course he will.
I'm sorry, everyone. There is absolutely no way that Tim doesn't say yes.
Some sort of device called an anchor, which we might be able to use to trap one of these things.
Oh my God, what?
How deep below the water are they?
Really deep, right? 150 feet, was it? 200?
More than that.
Quite far.
It's like 300 feet, I think. Or...
You were sinking.
They were,
you
yeah,
were
it
sinking a lot.
It was over 300 feet.
You would need to be able to breathe underwater.
That's a bit tricky. Arthur, potion of water breathing is uncommon, so I assume they're pretty easy to make, but how long would it take me to And are there any ingredients?
You'd
And-
spend a couple of your day actions
Okay.
Shit.
to do an experimental one.
Okay, so it's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
I need a couple days to experiment.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll maybe think of a way of drawing them towards us, so that we can strike when the time is right. Perhaps we could bait them in with that which they love most.
What do they love?
Brain.
Flesh!
I
You imbecile!
may have someone who would volunteer to be used as bait.
Oh,
Whoa.
no!
Holy shit.
Oh my god!
End scene. End scene.
Oh wow!
No way.
No, that's not. There's no. How are you gonna get away with that?
I'm so in. So in.
Oh wow!
This is an amazing plan.
We can make him like a cage or something, like a shark diving cage.
Mm. We
How?
lower
are
the
the-
brig.
Safe.
We lower him down in the brig.
But the thing is, though, how are
Oh
you?
yes, that's perfect. Put him in the
How are you
brig.
gonna get away with doing that? There's no way you're gonna do that unseen by anyone in the crew.
I mean, Tim's an officer. He hasn't told me that the captain's against it. So officer's orders.
He has the freedom though.
Who, Tim?
Sorry?
Yeah, but to an extent, like you're the. Oh,
Bad news bears.
this is so bad.
I never said it was a good plan.
Oh my god.
I mean, it could help us in the long run, having that
It's
ability.
just it will help us in the long run. It will
Yeah.
pay off.
Okay. So how long are you going to spend devising this plan?
Well,
Um,
we only took like a few minutes to think of it.
no, it only
Okay.
took you a minute to
How
think of it.
how
Tim's
how
got the
many
next 3
how,
days.
how long are you going to take to put this plan into action?
Okay, so what do we need? We
You
need
need a cage.
to fashion a cage. Tim, I'm assuming you're strong enough to like lift and.
That brig is huge, though. That brig could fit like 5 to 6 people. in
How,
it.
Even better.
how do you get it through and you got to get
You
it
can't get
either
it up.
up.
Yeah, you can't get it up the stairs.
I'm thinking magics.
Yeah, but that's not going to get you the brig on the top deck. That's not going to happen.
But if,
No,
you,
no,
if,
no,
you're
no,
gonna,
no.
if you're gonna do this with like the willingness of the captain, you've got to be. If we've done it without the willingness of the captain, you've got to at least do it through the dunny, I suppose.
Yeah.
But the dunny isn't a good big.
There's no way
The
you
dunny,
can fit
the
that.
dunny,
in.
Oh my
the dunny isn't a big enough hole
Oh,
though.
I suppose we could use
Not-
my deck
At
guy.
least you just dangle him outside the dunny.
The dunny isn't a big enough hole for like a
Person.
medium size.
Okay,
maybe a
instead
small size
of using
creature.
live bait, why don't I use my dead friend here?
we could do a bit of a dead friend, or we could get one of Sonny's one of Gruzeel's animals.
Ah, that's also true.
Lower like a snake through the
Yeah.
dunny.
I prefer we use an animal because then I don't have to give up my organ harvesting person.
Yeah. Potentially. I don't have a snake as one of the options, but it's
Well, any animal.
depending
should
on
do, I
depending on
guess,
what it
So I
depending on
think-
what it is, because I can't control it. So
right? Or chuckle
think-
whatever it is.
In that case, once per day, once this plan has like come together, Tim or Umbra would need to approach Gruzeel and just ask him for an animal and try to conceal the reason.
I guess Umbra could do it because I'm using his animals anyway.
You're sneakier. Yeah. You'll
And
get,
he is
you've got the animals,
sneakier.
right?
Realistically, I think you'd need something small or tiny. I don't think a medium.
Yeah, so
animal's
it would
gonna-
just be luck of the draw, really.
Yeah. What is that? One in one. I mean, 1, 2,
I don't know. Any
3.
creature will be able to draw enough of the drowned. You got to get him deep enough. First.
No, the issue is getting them through the
Yeah,
dunny.
we can
That's the
lower them
problem.
on the. We can lower them on a line.
Yeah, tie them up, lower them on the
Well,
line.
Well, we had that. We could get dead bodies through the hole in the dunny.
Chop-
to
I would
supply
imagine.
them
I would
to
imagine.
Umbra.
I would imagine chopped up though.
Yeah, we
yeah.
can chop. Oh, I can't chop up Gruzeel's animals; they'll die.
Because I just imagine it's
It's,
similar.
it's a
to-
big. It's a big enough. It's big enough a hole to take a dump, and to get a bit of splashback.
Are they not going to die and drown, like whilst underwater?
I
It's a-
think we might have to use my dead guy.
Organs, I
Do
think.
Yeah, I've got. Oh no, not the organs.
Just use an arm or something.
No, you can just use his arm or something. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll do the arm. He's a weak specimen anyway. I don't want his body.
Wow. He survived for a long time.
Yeah.
These survived the best part of a month, right?
Yeah.
And whatever conditions
Considering.
you had.
Yeah, that's pretty good going. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I suppose.
Hannibal level.
I'm gonna lobotomize the next one, by the way, when I get him.
dear
But
me.
using my plan.
God.
Alright, I think that's the plan then. Yeah. So if I take off the parts I don't need. We can lower them, use them as bait. Can I do anything to make them more appealing?
We can make them glow.
I can make it emit an odor, so I can make it emit like a nice fleshy, savoury.
You can make it stinky, and I can cast light on it too.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, my question is, so are you just stuffing this down the dunny and sort of hoping it?
We're attaching it to a fishing line.
Yeah.
Attaching it to a fishing line, putting it through the dunny.
Yep.
Yep.
So you're not seeing what's going on. You're just putting it through the dunny, waiting to catch something. Basically.
No, yeah, we'd have to like be able to scry or something. But although if we light it up, maybe Tim can maybe they can look out behind the boat and see it right down there.
So who's?
Might just straight down with it.
So you either look through the dunny, or one of you has the line and one of you looks over the side.
I mean, the other issue you've got is that people are going to go to the dunny. It's going to happen.
The dunny, isn't it in the morgue?
No, it's next to the morgue. It's next to the morgue.
It's next to the morgue.
That's why people.
No one's coming down here.
You are well aware that most people have been shitting over the side.
Okay.
I mean, that's normal.
Next to my morgue, I might.
Well, the office. I think at the very least, the officers will be using the dunny because they're not scared.
How about we attach the fishing line to the doorknob of the dunny, so you can't actually open it because the weight of the water and the limb is just pulling it closed.
But then you won't be able to go back in and get it then.
Doesn't matter. Because once the limb goes, the dunny door will open again, so we can put another limb on.
Taking the door with it.
I don't know if it ripped the door off. It depends.
You can take the handle off at the very least, because remember it's got to go through the dunny. So if the door comes off, it'll get stuck on the dunny.
Okay, Hannah, I've had a better idea. How about this? We'll do that. And what if I coat the meat in some kind of like paralytic? I might need some time to come up with one. And then that way we can just go get it whenever we want because it'll be paralyzed.
Yep.
No, but we're also sailing at speed.
Well, it's like baiting a fish because it will bite into the.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, it'll get like hooked in,
and then it will get paralyzed, still biting into the flesh.
Yeah, but by the time we're shipped off, the undead won't be there.
Out of interest.
Yeah, but if it's paralyzed, you'll let go. Well, there's muscle be paralyzed where it was.
Okay. Instead of paralyzed, put in
doing this before the ship moves off, or when the ship moves off, or is it before, during, or after?
We would set it up as quickly as possible, I imagine.
Okay. Yep. What we're gonna do? Just gonna roll some random skill checks, just to see how well you do to set this up before the ship has to move off.
I was just thinking, what you could do is tie the other end to something like a metal pole or something that goes beyond the space of the toilet, so then it just sticks.
Well, tied to the brig.
And then you can pull it out.
The brig's wood.
I know the brig is wood,
metal.
but I'm just trying to think. I don't know if the harpoons are made out of metal, the tridents, the ballista ammo, anything of that.
How about an idea? How about you just make another sound doorknob, so then when it tugs, you can hear it.
But you wouldn't hear it though, underwater, because the limb's going to be underwater, isn't it?
No. It's the doorknob that makes the sound.
It's when it's touched.
The line tugs. Oh, is it when it's touched by?
I mean, what is touch really? It's pressure, right? So if we tie a loose knot around the doorknob, and when they pull on it, it'll tighten the knot.
If you've tied it tight enough, that is a constant pressure. It would be touch. Someone has to.
No. We do it loosely around the doorknob.
But then it wouldn't. But it's still got to rest. But it's still got to rest on it, though, doesn't it? It has to rest on it.
Yeah. Especially when the ship is moving.
We need like an automatic way to tell us when we've got.
I mean, we can find out an automatic way later. That's not.
Why don't you just talk to someone and just like dangle it over the side of the or the top of the deck?
That would be the easiest if we could just do it on deck.
That's 2 stars.
You have portholes on the deck above you,
but that's
not necessarily the top deck, or it's up to you. It's in the general quarters, or if you really want to be sneaky, you could go to the infirmary, which has its own porthole.
I was thinking, does Tim's room have a porthole?
Does my room have a porthole?
Oh yeah, we can fish outside the room.
Yeah, each room.
So you can just do it out your room. No one else is going to go in there.
Because the infirmary needs light, so you will have a porthole.
Each night, Tim is going to cut one of Captain Bloodbeard's fingers off.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Why?
Well, but Captain Bloodbeard's body isn't kept in the infirmary, though.
Is this before?
I thought it
It's
was.
fixed-
No, because I preserved it.
kept-
Yeah, but we
once it's
preserved it.
preserved, we'd move it.
Yeah,
on
we
the other
because
side
you
of the
need-
armory.
yeah, it's
we-
behind the
I
I
armory.
think we explicitly mentioned
Wait,
that.
you put the body
I
in
think
the
we did.
armory?
Yeah, we put it
Why-
here.
No,
on the other side.
Yeah,
There's a
in
room.
there.
There's a room on the other side of the armory.
Oh, that bit.
That's
Okay.
where we
Okay.
also kept.
Okay.
Aramel's body.
Aramil.
Yeah, so
That's
that-
fine. That's fine.
But no, why don't you
Just-
just do it? If anything, it makes more sense to do it out of Tim's porthole because people will visit the infirmary. So, but no one's going to go into Tim's room.
But Tim wants to desecrate his room with Umbra.
Right. Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
Right.
there can't be collusion. No collusion.
Quick question about the whole finger thing. Are you doing that before all of this, or is the plan to do that after this?
That would be after, but only if he could get to the body, and I imagine he wouldn't be allowed near it, considering what. Well, I don't know because
well,
he
you would be
preserved
because you're
it.
because you're doing the wine.
You would be
business.
allowed to go near it.
Like you
Sorry,
check
Like
on
every
desecrating his body is a bad idea. Generally,
I
if
don't
you found out.
Every time he goes and fills it up with new vinegar to preserve it, he would just like take some fingernails or something that people wouldn't notice.
But why? I
Or
don't
would a
understand.
fingernail be?
What are you going to use that for?
Well,
Not a
you can
fingernail.
use the body. You can use the body of the thing that Umbra has already killed.
Yeah,
So-
I think
that thing's got
Bloodbeard's body
toes.
would be more tasty. I think that's a good idea. We
Yeah,
should use
fingers.
Bloodbeard.
It's got to be fingers because it's like a breadcrumb. It's like a breadcrumb trail.
It's
Right,
more,
right.
it's more fresh.
Yeah.
But using Bloodbeard is a if you get found out, and it's going to be obvious he's missing fingers. Once
I mean, to be
people see
honest, the people will probably
Players.
blame Umbra. So
Players.
No one else-
Players, guys. So the plan is for that plan that happens at night, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Right. So that will be after you start sailing away. Anyway, which I'm just gonna say now. We're not gonna get to that
I'm sorry.
straight away. What are you doing before you sail away? If anything.
Well,
think
so okay,
there's
so the
only
plan.
plan,
So we've got the plan basically, which is Tim's going to fish out of his window using Bloodbeard's fingers.
So the
we
plan
don't
is
do
to do
this
that
any-
nightly, and
I
you're not
thought-
even
Yeah,
doing
at night,
anything
yeah.
before you move off.
I thought we
just-
were
I'm
doing
just
the funny
saying, like-
plan as well.
If Umbra needs to do anything right now, and then Umbra, I guess when you catch something, you'll call Umbra up, and he'll take it to the morgue.
Yeah, I think we should do the Dunny thing as well, though.
I
What are you
suppose-
expecting to catch that you can bring through a porthole?
Honey.
Well, you
We
can go
can
out and
swim
get
down
it,
and
right?
get it.
Once you catch it, you can just
Yeah.
go out and pick it up.
We'll swim down and get it.
But then
That's
this
true.
has to be. This also then needs collaboration with someone of the crew to know.
Tim's strong.
Yeah, Tim can just jump down and get it.
Yeah, but then people will see and ask why you've got this undead thing.
We can intimidate
No,
him into staying quiet.
at night. We'll do it at night and sneak it
Yeah.
on.
Right. So anyway, the whole point I'm asking here is any plan you have is happening at night
Yeah.
after you sail away.
Hmm
I'm just seeing if I need to do any prep now, but it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like we can do everything at night.
Okay, we're gonna get to that later then. Does anybody else want to do anything before we move away? And I was gonna ask Alarias, but he seems to have disappeared.
I'm fine.
Kethra, anything?
Apart from getting the ship ready, then no.
No, right. Gruzeel, anything?
Because then Gruzeel's plan was to prepare the crew for setting off at a moment
Yeah.
at split second notice.
Okay, the foraging, I'm just gonna say, didn't go very well.
Okay.
Because your 2-star players essentially got distracted.
hmm
You've ended up with just one more barrel
One more barrel.
food and one more barrel of one more day of food
day.
and one more day of not fresh water, one more day of food.
Okay. 89 days.
But it is more exotic, so there's more flavors there, at least.
89 days.
Perhaps another such fish.
Actually,
So I'll just wait
I say 89, but it technically we passing through the day, so we basically didn't use today's
The days, basically.
recently. Yeah. So I'll just keep it the same.
Okay. When you hoist the anchor and you begin to move off,
Oh, sorry. Just before we do that, did Alarias tell everybody about his traitor thing? Or was it just the officers?
just the officers.
Okay, so Umbra wouldn't know. Okay, that's fine.
Barry knows.
Berry.
Yeah, because he's an
Barry's
officer.
one of the officers.
Okay. But
so is Elena.
Umbra doesn't know, right? He has no
No.
one's mentioned it to him.
No, no one would have mentioned it to Umbra.
That's fine. Sorry, carry on then. I won't do it.
Okay. As the anchor is weighed up, is hoisted, as you all begin plan to sail off, fleshy claws reach over Vanis's side
Ah.
Everybody's where they're expected to be, yeah?
Yes.
Alarias,
Yeah,
are you in the Alarias? You're
Oh,
in the
Tim, we
general
might
quarters.
be able to capture one now then.
I don't
Yeah.
want to like retcon anything.
Now making up a plan.
I did have a plan to cast alarm on the anchor, but
Oh.
I don't know if it's kind of
Well, being that
retconning.
you were out of the room and you were just coming back,
Yeah,
if you want to put an alarm on the anchor, so are you putting it on like the whole of the chain that gets pulled up, or are you putting it?
I have to be within 1 mile to get the ping, so it's probably going to be towards the top.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
so
far down.
what you'll do is the circle of the chain that sort of like the area that the anchor gets pulled up to, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is this a vocal, very loud broadcast alarm, or is this in your head?
I'm going to broadcast it so everyone hears.
Okay.
So to do
He-
that, you'd have to be on deck, wouldn't you? Unless it's
1 mile, so I could probably be.
Oh, you can be on the lower deck.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to.
Yeah.
You can do it on the top deck and then go downstairs. Like you didn't
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
stay
Well,
there
that's quite a lot. How many feet did you say down the anchor was?
quite far. The thing is,
Yeah.
I
I
don't think you
wouldn't
do it
say
on the
you've
anchor.
done it
'cause
on the
you can't see
anchor.
it.
You can do it on like the chain coming up the
Yeah,
top,
yeah.
or like the banister side, basically the
So
top.
just so
rim
you
of
know,
the
1
ship.
mile is over 5,000 feet.
Yeah.
So it's quite far.
Yeah, but I would imagine to put an alarm on something, you have to see the thing, and you can't see the
Okay.
anchor.
So-
I'd imagine.
He has to
range
touch
is
the anchor,
30
doesn't he?
foot.
I think the whole should be fine. I think the whole should be.
The whole,
Sufficient.
or even the rim of the ship, like some of the rim of the ship, or one edge of the ship, you can do.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, so a very loud alarm bell goes off. Very, very loud. These creatures, and everybody's where they're meant to be, yeah?
I am.
Yep.
Here on the top deck.
Yeah. On the stand.
Kethra, the minute you hear the alarm, you feel in your back a knife.
Hmm.
Yay.
I double up, don't I? Because it's not 20. That is.
Crit on me, bastard.
Oh, I did crit on you,
Is it
and it was the perfect time to crit as well.
Berry? It's got to be Berry.
No.
Oh, it's maybe
Who
one
was
of
the
them.
guy who was
drowned.
unhappy with stuff?
No, these are the undead.
Drowned, you idiot.
Oh, okay.
Look at the top deck.
Yeah.
Oh, right. What the hell? Oh, I thought someone was like taking advantage to get Kethra.
If
Wow.
anything, it'll be me. Very weak, trying to kill.
Yeah, true.
That is-
So,
So that is 6 piercing damage.
Six.
And what's the other thing? Oh god, I've got to roll this twice.
He's missing half his head.
So that is 20 poison damage.
Oof.
Wow.
And can you roll a
20?
Constitution saving throw?
Would have been a 1 hit.
I mean, Gruzeel would have drawn his weapon at the sign
Nat
of the alarm.
20.
Nat 20. Yep, you're fine. Now, can you all roll initiative?
I'm in the loo.
Can he roll a d20 from there? 12. He'll have to go.
Oh.
We could say, Tim had to go to the dunny,
Tim was on the die.
17.
I would have been
So-
shouting for everyone to get top deck.
I'll ask
they are,
you
but there's a
all
way
in a
to
minute.
do-
They'll all hear the alarm.
Yeah. Should know.
Arthur, there's a way to do turn order in Roll20, which I've been using recently. It's very helpful. But if you've got your own system, it's fine.
I've currently got a spreadsheet, but I might try
Oh,
it
okay.
later. I'll look, can you send me a link to like a tutorial or something later so I can
Yeah.
do it after this?
Who's going to roll for Dom? Because he said to roll.
Dom's trying to roll for himself.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have a dice roller in the thing.
Hey,
14, there you go.
Google's got one. If
I
you
don't
type
want to. I don't want to
Roll20,
know how he did that. But okay.
You can
You
do it
did
in
it in
Google.
chat.
Oh, probably did Google or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, I use Google sometimes if I've got like a lot of dice to roll.
Okay, is anybody above 20?
No.
No.
20 total.
20 total for Kethra. Is 15 to 20?
Yeah, I got 17.
17. 10 to 15.
12.
12. And Tim is 14.
Do I roll a crew initiative, or do you just do that at the end of the turn?
The crew goes on your turn. Because
Well,
you're commanding them as captain.
Okay.
Do you want to re-roll, Gruzeel?
No. You guys can just.
Well, one thing you can do to break the tie quickly is just do whatever you who's got the highest dex score.
I just do it alphabetically now.
Yeah.
It's too much effort asking people.
I just tell you guys to go at the same time, and you can choose who goes first or whatever.
You can go first if you want.
Cool.
If you really want to worry about the deck scores, Gruzeel, you
It's higher.
have.
I've got
Gruzeel,
14.
you're actually slower than
Yeah.
Laris.
So
Oh.
makes sense for Alarias to go first, and to me anyway.
I'm just going to put Laris 13 to make my life easy.
Fair.
Damn. Right.
Hmm.
Combat has begun. You have just been stabbed in the back, Kethra, by this
Hooray.
fleshy blue, oil-covered and barnacle-covered on the shoulder, soaked, zombie-like being. What do you do?
It draws the storm sword and shoots him. No, takes a swing at the dude that just stabbed her, and then she'll call to arms.
So all the
Under
all the-
attack.
So the crew will begin grabbing all the weapons in the middle of the deck, as that's where Gruzeel put them. And Gruzeel, you're on the main deck.
Yes. So I've drawn.
The rest of you obviously have your distance to get back up to the top of the main deck.
Because I was thinking
the
about it as
top
well, because
deck.
of this big hole in the middle of the ship, like, easily everyone would hear someone shouting on the decks. Which is
Yes.
quite handy.
Yes, unless you're in rooms, it's a lot easier to hear people from.
Mhm.
Or if you're like Umbra and you're on the lowest deck in a room,
Yeah.
very secluded.
That's unnatural 20 to hit the dude.
Yep.
She'll be doing it one hand, so that's a D8 plus a D6. This one, so that's a 9 damage on that guy,
Yep.
and then she'll pull out a pistol, and because he's so close, I assume that's disadvantage or at point blank range.
Point blank
It's too-
range.
It's too
no,
close, you get disadvantage, don't you?
Yeah, too close is disadvantage, yeah. Sorry, I thought you said advantage then. I was like, why the hell would I give you advantage?
Disadvantage.
Yeah, it's
so-
disadvantage at point blank range.
Damn, that's on that one. So that's 19 to hit the guy with the pistol, which is a D10. 10, so 14.
I thought you just said that was a nat 1.
No, there was a shame because it was a nat 20.
Oh,
But
and then you got a
disadvantage.
19. Okay, my bad. So, sorry, say that amount of damage again?
14 with the pistol. So it was 9 with the storm sword and 14 with the pistol.
Thing just... the crew you've called to arms, so they're going to come up and...
Alwyn's there, already at the top as well himself.
He is.
He'll...
So I'd be tempted to say in this capacity, he's either a collection of the crew, or you can have him as a companion, in a sense.
What's the difference?
Well, if he's a companion, you're going to have to roll his initiative, and I'm going to put him in the turn order. If he's part of the crew, then I'm rolling his attacks and everything as like a crew collective.
I'd probably put him as a companion if
Yeah,
you'll get more out of him that way.
Give him
Okay.
companion status. That's
Right.
a 19 plus. It's a 19 total for him.
And he's attacking with Trident?
No, he will. At least the first one, he'll do a Spirit Guardians again with his last 3rd level slot, because that top deck is with all the people are where he is and stuff. So How much is that? What's the drawing distance on that? Is that?
I think we've
How
said
big is
Yeah,
that?
drawing
Accurate?
distance is accurate.
So from
So
where he is
that's
at
everybody.
the helm,
Yeah, that's
that's
true.
everything
So he's
in the
got
middle.
everyone in it.
Yeah.
Right.
So they all have to roll the wisdom saving throw, or take 3d8. I want to say. Yeah.
Wisdom,
3d8.
did you say?
Wisdom saving throw. I'll take 13 damage. Half if succeed.
Oh, by the way, did the ship get repaired?
So yes, it's at the end of the day. It's at the end of our.
Yeah, we
slot,
said it.
so-
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna reset the health of the ship then. Cool beans.
Yeah, you finish your repairs.
Cool.
Okay, so what was it? 13 damage, did you say?
Believe so.
Right, so that is.
Yep, 13 radiant. And at the start of their turns, if they're in the within the Spirit Guardians.
Are the zombies only on the top deck?
Mm-hmm.
For now, at least.
Oh no!
They all take a hit. This burst out of energy comes around. Umbra, it is your go. What are you doing? You
So,
hear this
Again,
massive
it's
alarm.
lightning efforts.
do I know where Tim is? Not sure if he's back.
In the infirmary.
Okay. You would have gone to the infirmary, so yeah.
I'm gonna dash over to Tim. I need to talk to him. Don't know if I can make it all the way. Is this accurate? 50.
Yeah, it's accurate.
So you can get
Wow.
to
Okay,
there.
so I can only get to here basically. If
Ship's like 100 foot long, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll get to the bottom of the stairs and I'll call out, Tim, Tim,
What is it?
the specimens. They're within our grasp.
Yeah. No need to do
Oh,
fish.
you genius!
My turn.
Yeah, what's better than one specimen? Several.
Oh my god! is that Umbra telling a joke? It's changing him, man. It's changing him, whatever is doing it.
Okay. So this thing's going to attack you with its daggers.
Remember, it has to do a saving throw at the start of its turn as well.
Oh yeah, and it's got to do the saving throw. Well, that's the saving throw then, and then.
Maybe in future, if we're preparing an attack, everyone should get top deck. Because I just realised, yeah, it's going to take us quite a while
Is
to
the
get-
damage? Will the damage be the same, or do you need to re-roll damage for Alwyn's thing?
It's the same. It's different every time.
Okay, can you re-roll the damage?
They have to
then?
roll. They have to roll the Constitution
that.
save, and then
Yeah, this one's done that. So this will be just
Oh,
for this
that's
turn when
fine.
it's their turn.
that's 18.
Okay, yeah. So
I mean, yes,
That one
obviously it's
person.
better if everyone's on top deck, but then that's assuming you're expecting the attack.
hmm
So
Okay, so it attacks you twice and hits you with both. This piece of paper and such. Might go over there. Da-da-da. So that's
you got like 5 of these dudes on you as well.
that's 10 piercing damage in total, and
On Kethra.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's down.
oh, it's not done. Then you got the poison damage. Where's my d8?
I always thought Kethra had more HP.
So that's
He critted me. Don't forget. On the
13
on the
poison
first round of
damage
surprise.
on the first one, and then
All
it's
damage, all offense.
9 damage poison on the second one. Technically, these are 2 attacks, so
She's only got 7 HP, so the first one would have brought her down.
yeah. So the second one would have given you 1 death save failed,
Hmm.
and
Cool,
then
then.
it's going to use its bonus action to disengage from Alwyn and start
Are they rogues?
and go down the mast towards the others. And then we've got Tim.
Okay. Tim's gonna run up to top deck, which I think is all of. Well, how much my movement is that? Is that just normal movement to get up here?
So yeah, that's
12.
12, and then the stairs are about 10, 5 or 10.
Do I see Kethra?
You can. I'll say.
No, she's
In the interest
down.
of round
She's laying down.
times, you would have seen her fall. In the interest
Okay.
of round timings.
So she is within 60 feet.
60 feet. So you're about.
I've seen her
yeah.
Where are you?
fall.
Because
Apparently,
aren't you here?
40. Yeah, it's about.
Where is Kefra? Because on the thing sheet. Oh, sorry, I get
Oh,
it. This is a raised bit, isn't
Basically,
Yeah.
you would have come up to see her
So
fall. Basically,
straight line 50, but even if you assume like a little bit more than that, because of elevation. But it's about 50.
What kind of You're about to cast a spell, assumedly.
Yes, I'm casting Healing Word.
Is it bonus action?
Yes.
Then yes, you can totally do that.
That is 7 health to you, Kefra.
7 HP.
Okay, so Kethra, as you land on the ground, you regain consciousness as like the thud hits.
For my main action, I would like to grapple the zombie closest to me.
There is not one
Yep,
closest to you.
speed.
They're currently on the
Oh.
top deck.
Yeah.
I thought I'm on the
No,
top
you're
deck.
on the main deck.
No, you're on the main deck.
There's still
There's
one deck.
another deck?
Yeah, there's a top deck
Yeah,
with
it's
the
got the
helmet.
helmet.
This is an elevated bit, right? I was
Yeah.
getting confused.
Technically, there's another level on top of that where it's the crow's nest.
So
Yeah.
this is like
Ash.
one floor, and then you've got like the raised bits which are above these sections here.
What do I get? Another 30 feet?
If you dash, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dash and tank it, man.
I can't get about that far.
Yeah, easy.
Okay. So this one you recognise as one with a mask on and boils reaching around. It's very similar to the one that was trying to drag you down before.
You again!
Alarias, it is your go. What do you do?
I want to try and get up to main deck without using my dash. If I
Well,
could
like,
even
push
get,
retreat?
if I could even get half up the stairs to see top deck,
So
Should be
just
able
so
to
I
get
can
with
see here.
22, 27.
You'll get like midway up the stairs,
yeah,
and you'll be able to
27.
see like over the stair line to see.
Yeah, I just
some
want
of
to.
You'll pretty
what's
much
going on.
you'll pretty much get like here. Oh no, sorry, not pinging.
Yeah,
here.
just so I can see up here.
You'll get like
Yeah.
yeah
There.
there.
Okay, and then I want to cast Thunder Wave on these 4.
What's the range on that?
It's 120.
Oh, that should be more than. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Do you have to see the point?
Yeah.
You can
Hmm.
center it on the banister because you'll see
Yeah.
where the heads are, but you can't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
center it. Yeah, you can center it on the banister, on like the edge of the banister.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then, is there anyone within range? I can choose 3 people to say to pass.
What's the range on it? 15.
15, yeah.
Yeah, Kethra will be hit, so you can choose her to
I'll
pass.
choose her to save.
And-
significant
And
damage.
Alwyn.
And Alwyn.
And
okay.
Alwyn will also be in range, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, Alwyn's on the deck, and I do actually have a token for him.
Yeah, probably
One
worth
sec.
it.
La-di-da-da-da-da. It's gonna be massive though. Yeah, there you go.
The bearded.
Oh,
the bearded
God.
one.
Big Poseidon Alwyn. There you go.
Nice.
Right, so he's here, isn't he?
Yeah, it'll be on the hill.
Worth giving back
Cool.
control if you haven't already.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna cast that in second level slot. They have to beat a con of 14.
Con of 14. Oh, that's a surprisingly good con.
Damage.
He's hoping for a good animal out of the bag.
They have to beat what? Sorry.
I should have done one
14.
beforehand. That's what I should have done. Do I
Right.
go for
Yep.
this?
They all fail.
That's 10 thunder damage to all of them.
And Alwyn and Kethra pass. 'Cause it's all
Yeah, no
Automatic
damage.
pass.
Yeah.
Sweet. So are they knocked off the ship then?
Mm.
If they fail.
It depends.
10 foot.
Depends if it tells them. Yeah.
They're 10 foot back. there is a banister there, so it stops them from falling off the ship.
Yeah.
But they will take extra bludgeoning damage, which I will
Cool.
roll now.
The other question. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Never mind. I was going to say attack of opportunity, but it doesn't count if they're moved by another force.
Hmm.
Because Alwyn doesn't have a weapon on him, technically.
Technically.
Oh, okay.
Alright, any other thing?
Unsecured objects that are completely within area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet. I don't think there's anything really
Don't
up
think
there.
there's anything.
There's some of the navigation equipment.
Yeah, the compass and that kind of stuff will be flung.
Hmm.
I mean, I would imagine it's chained on somehow or roped on, so it's not going to be like flying out.
Would it?
Compass would be.
We would keep it. The compass would, because we'd attach it to the thing.
Yeah, I think we said we attached it to the helm.
I'll allow it. Just saying. I'm asking.
Because that way you don't lose it. And it's always going to be there.
Always keep the compass at the helm.
Mm.
Noted.
Mm.
Okay. Gruzeel, what do you do?
So first thing I'll do is I will. Do I want it? I probably should head up there. Really. Tim's got this one. I will move 30 to.
No, what the fuck? You look stronger than the others.
Sorry.
You're stronger than the others.
What? Oh, the one down here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'll move 30 foot to here, to this guy, and I'll use the bag of tricks to summon something. Let's have a look what we got today. A 5, which is a panther.
Nice. Good pull.
Nice. Okay. Companion goes on your turn, so I'll allow you to command it now as well.
Sweet. So, what can I give it to do? Wow. Okay.
Panthers are pretty
It
rocking.
is really good. I should have done the pound. Never mind. So I'm gonna get it to do a bite attack, but because of his ability, it says Beastmaster bonus, but I assume it doesn't matter because I've summoned it. Because it says the companion gains an additional bonus to attack and damage rolls equal to the ranger's proficiency bonus. But I don't know if that's Beastmaster specific or because I'm a ranger, it doesn't matter.
Ignore it for now, and we'll look up the rules. I
Okay.
think for a later time.
I'll do the bite then. Roll to hit +4, which is a 14.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Then
Just
it's just a d6. 5 + 2, which is 7.
7 damage.
Piercing damage, yeah.
Looks like it's been wrecked a little bit more.
Trying to see, yeah. And that's
Oh, by the way, Kethra, I didn't get you to do it, but I need you to roll 2 Constitution saving throws for those 2 attacks with the daggers.
1 to 18 plus whatever my shit is.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the other one's 9.
9. Roll a d4, please.
4.
4 hours will deal with that.
Oh, I think, by the way, I think that Beastmaster bonus is just for Beastmasters, because I'm just looking at all my companions, because I added them all, and they all have the same thing, and I know for a fact that the direwolf doesn't. So I think it might
Okay.
just be, it's just assuming, so,
Yeah. So we'll
Yeah.
ignore it for now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We are now at those guys' turns, so this guy's gonna come at Kethra. And it brings up its rusted longsword. And it fails miserably. Flung back, its arm's broken in one place, so when it swings down, the angle's entirely off.
wow.
Another one comes to attack Alwyn. What's Alwyn's AC again? 14?
13 now. It was only 14 because of
Oh, sorry, 13.
bombs.
Okay, so those both hit. That's 7 damage. Alwyn needs to roll a Constitution saving throw again. Oh wait, no, that's not just 7 damage. You get hit with both attacks. So that's 7,
14
6. So that's 13 damage to Alwyn.
total.
Yeah. And he passed the save. The next zombie is going to go for Kethra again. And one of those hits. For effort, that is a 4. And you've already been. So I'm not going to make you roll again. That is 4 more damage to Kethra. And the other zombie
So good.
to come in at Alwyn.
Smells like sandwich.
Yep, so that's one of those hit. And that is 8 damage to Alwyn and another Constitution saving throw.
Have you done the wisdom things?
I'm
Spirit
about.
guardians?
I'm gonna do it as a collective quickly in a minute.
Okay, that's fine. It's a 9 on his thingy.
Fine. Right, yeah, he fails. So now 1d4 for him. How many hours?
What? 4 hours.
Okay, so one of the groups passed with a natural 20. So I'm gonna say with a natural 20 they take no damage. Second group fails though, so could you roll the damage again?
15. Do you want me to roll it each time or just the group? 15?
Oh, what was it originally? Sorry for this round. Was it 13? Think.
Oh, yeah, I have to roll it if it's on their turn.
Yeah, no, I know. It's literally just it is their turn essentially because they all got the same sort of
Okay,
initiative.
so I rolled 15 for these guys.
Okay, so that is the damage they are taking. So they take the full. So. Oof. 2 of these guys, the ones, one of the ones nearest Alwyn and one of the ones nearest you, Kethra, are literally like, they look pretty withered away at this point. So you're beginning to hoist the sails, bring up the anchor. Suddenly, the loudest alarm you've ever heard in your entire life. You didn't even know a noise like that could ever be made. And suddenly, these grueling, bluish, boiled, zombie-like creatures peer out of nowhere. Kethra taking a knife to the back, falling to the floor before being healed suddenly by Tim out of nowhere, realizing that finally Tim gets what he was looking for in the first place. Alarias coming up, throwing a wave of thunderous noise against most of the zombies on the top deck, crushing them into the banister at the back, and Gruzeel turning to Tim's side, throwing out a black panther, mean and ready to destroy. Kethra, we are back up to the top of the round. What do you do?
Okay, I'm using second wind to give myself 9 HP.
Cool.
I'm going to, with the storm sword, attack the undead closest to her.
Cool.
The one that attacked her. It's an 18 plus 6, so it's 24.
So I'm just doing that for me.
Yep,
that's a hit.
Should we put the pistol away? This is 2 hands, and that's a 10 plus 4 plus a d6. So that's 18 with the magical lightning.
Great. It takes it. It's still standing, not quite as well as it was before. What do you want? What do you command the crew to do? They've taken up arms. Just attack.
Yeah.
So they are all gonna feed in against. They're all gonna try clamber up to the top deck and to aid you, Captain. And they're not quite gonna make it, but someone's gonna manage to throw a spear out at one of the zombies. Oh, and it's a hit. What a throw! What a throw! Oh, what a throw! So you see before you, the one right in front of you that you just attacked, takes a spear to the face and it falls to the side. Sorry, excuse me. and it falls to the ground, and it lands and just kind of into a mushed corpse, wet and soaking.
Nice.
Next is Alwyn. What's Alwyn doing?
We've got 3 left up here.
Yeah, let me take away the other one. So it's this one that you just dealt with.
I've still got 2 on him. Alwyn will cure wounds himself at his last 2nd level slot.
Cure wounds.
He'll cure wounds himself.
Okay, so 1d8.
So that's 2, well, a 2nd level slot, 'cause that's his last slot he's got.
Oh, 2d2.
So that's 9 plus 3, so he gives himself 12 extra damage, extra health, back up to 17.
Okay. Still got. Did you roll that 1d4 for Alwyn?
Yeah, it was 4.
So 4 hours for Alwyn, 4 hours for Kethra. And we are on to Umbra. What's Umbra doing? Still
So
running
keep
up.
running, I guess, yeah. So how far can I get if I dash?
Where are you? Right,
So
you're
you're
going
there.
Right
up.
there.
So let
what
me
we're
just
doing,
do.
so that's about
So
8,
uh, uh,
14,
you can get to the top deck
24.
out here.
Okay, if I dash, yeah.
Yeah, if you dash.
Okay, so yeah, I'll dash and I'll just wait.
Okay, cool. And this guy's turn in front of you guys. So he's got a multi-attack. So he's going to.
Are we playing into a half past?
Yeah. So Kethra and Gruzeel, not Kethra, sorry, Tim and Gruzeel, you both get hit.
Mhm.
I need con saves from both of you.
That is a 14 from Tim.
Okay, you pass. That's 7 piercing damage to
Con
you,
save.
Tim, and
Right, it's a
6
10
piercing
from
damage to Gruzeel.
6 piercing.
Yep. And then you take.
And I got
Yeah,
I
it's-
don't-
And then you both take 7 poison damage each.
Oh no.
I
What was
take
your constitution? Sorry, Gruzeel?
10. I take half of that poison. Woohoo!
And you take half of that poison. You need to roll a 1d4.
Lovely.
They should
That-
put it in the water.
2.
Tim is down.
Oh shit.
Cool.
No.
And then with its bonus action, it's gonna disengage and try to scamper over to the stairs.
Interesting. It's close to you guys at least.
Wait, to the other side of the top deck. What the hell?
Trying to check some.
Must be after
Okay.
something very specific.
Gonna
Hmm.
go over and basically be on the top deck.
Interesting.
Save your
There's
picture.
something up there. Person.
It's just trying to give everyone disease.
Yeah. Just 8 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Where are we at? Tim, it's your go. Death save, please.
Yeah.
You're down.
1. Nat 1.
Right. That's 2 failures.
Shit,
Fuck.
Please don't let me
Alarias,
get hit.
it's your go.
I can't really
Good
see
thing-
that guy.
It's a good thing that guy went off somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm,
You just gotta hope
I
none of
think
those.
I'm gonna go for the one next to Kethra. Try and
Okay,
protect
you
the
gonna
cat.
get any closer or anything so you can
Yeah, I
get a
can
better
move
look?
30. Yeah. Where's 30? Yeah, probably.
Don't forget, Gruzeel, you have your chance to stabilize Tim on your turn.
I will
if you
do,
want to.
Probably move around to here. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot that guy. Right, so Kethra, I'm gonna firebolt him. Oh crap, that's 14 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Cool. 1d10. 5 fire damage.
How do you want to do this?
I just want to bolt him in the head. Burst into flames, I guess.
Back of the head.
Yeah, yeah,
It's this
Okay.
one next to Kethra, isn't it? Sorry.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Giant hole in his face. You can actually see
Okay,
Alarias through the other
It's
side.
just this Kethra sees this searing spot in the middle of the skull of the being in front of her, sorry, and then fire has enveloped the back, and it's steaming away the water-soaked flesh, and it falls
Charming.
to the ground. And because it's so soaked, the fire eventually goes out, and steam is basically left. Steam and smoke. Gruzeel, what do you do?
Cure wounds on Tim,
Thank
Yep.
you.
and that
Cool.
is a 4 + 2, 6. So that's you back up, and I will chase after the other dude. So was it 30? It's probably come up right behind him, really. Come up behind him. While I remember to do this, because I forget constantly, I'm going to use my bonus action to use Slayer's Prey. What that is you designate one creature you can see within 60 feet, and the first time each turn that you hit that target with a weapon attack, it takes an extra d6 damage. Lasts as long as lasts until a short or long rest, or until I change target.
Okay.
So I'll constantly have 1d6 against this dude extra.
Okay.
That's for that turn for him. For the Panther, I will have it go after that guy as well. I'm going to use an ability of it called Pounce. So
Yep.
if it moves at least 20 feet and hits
Will. with
a claw, if
Yep.
they pass it, there's a saving throw, and if it fails, it goes prone, and I can do another attack.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
I'm going to do the Pounce and do a claw. So let's see if it hits first. That is a 10 to hit.
10 to hit.
Yes.
Misses.
Then hits with it. Yeah, so it has to hit for that to happen. So no.
Leaps off the side of the boat.
Within that one, then maybe.
Yeah.
Not that one. I'm not that cruel. It just comes short, basically.
That's fine. But okay, that's me.
Sorry, buddy. So these two are attacking Alwyn. One of them got a natural 20. Crit.
Do you have to roll? They have to do on the start of their turn. Roll the wisdom saves because they die out from it. Then that'll undo whatever the.
Yeah.
So it's wisdom, isn't it?
Wisdom save.
So they do both fail. So go ahead and do damage.
It's 15.
15. The guy who did the nat 20 is still alive. The other one is dead.
Cool.
So that is. So that's 7 piercing damage. Nine poison damage, and then its second attack misses.
He's on 1 HP.
Oh my god.
So as the round goes on, Alwyn's radiant circle of what are they again?
Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians. No, it's in, like, what were
they're
they?
lightning methods.
Lightning methods.
That's what they look like to everyone.
These
They're not actual
spectral,
lightning methods, but
these spectral lightning methods surround and claw and throw sparks and shards of light at these beings around them. Another falls, and they all continuously being hit are taking a pounding. Kethra brings in some more damage from her new storm sword. That's correct. Or
Storm Sword.
Storm sword. The crew begin to try to get involved, hastily moving towards their captain in hopes of saving them. funnel themselves up the stairs, meaning more are unable to do what they want. A single spear flies through, killing one of these zombies right before their captain's eyes. Alarias, seeing that Kethra is in danger, firing fire, it's the elemental power of fire itself from his fingertips pierce this drowning, watery creature until it sears onto the deck surface. Umbra, still making his way up, finally gets to the main deck and does absolutely nothing. Tim, taking a blade to the chest, falls to the ground before Gruzeel uplifts him with some restorative magic before chasing after
Thank you, my
main,
friend.
the horribly dagger-wielding creature running, seemingly to the bow. It is now back up to the beginning. Kethra, what do you do?
As it's 1:29 at the start of the turn, do we
Might
want
be
to do
better to
another
leave it there.
round, or we want to leave it?
If we're doing
just
another
gonna
round, I need
say-
to switch laptops. I'm happy to do that. I just need to switch over.
It's
What I'm going to ask is just quickly, Kethra, what were you going to do?
Attack the zombie on the top deck with her.
Okay. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll continue this. Very close to, like... They literally, those two don't really have a huge chance. So really, what I'm going to say is, as it's the time it is, you will kill them.
Right.
So we'll finish it there. The zombies are down. Their bodies are on the deck.
Excellent.
Good.
Those
Get
interested,
us out of here. Everyone get it out of here.
next time on Pirate Adventures, what was the fortress below decks? Should Tim ever go snooping for ruins at the bottom of the sea again? What will happen next on their journey to the wreckage? Tune in next time, Pirate Adventures.